Morning, everyone. It's time for some more Dragon Age Origins. I just finished up setting up Morgan's tactics. I think we're set to go. So, let's head to Lotaeri together. Don't worry, we won't have to walk all the way there. Oh, that was interesting. Okay, here's the world map. We should just activate. Yep, we can get to it. And now we get to pick a location that we want to go to. So the locations we can go to are are highlighted like this. Ones we can't go to would be all of these places. We could also go to our camp, but I think that would be this location. So, Lotaeri Wilds, Ostagar. We're going to go back to we're going to go to Lotaeri. So here we go. We have an encounter along the way. This one I think is a fixed encounter, so let's see. Denerim.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Anora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Wow, that is a lot of Darkspawn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have our dog with us, though, so that should be helpful. Let's immediately start getting some spells down. Alistar, you're going to have to move up there. We don't have to, but we're going to do so. Let's see if we can get rid of one of the Hurlocks. Oh, okay, here we go. Wow, they're almost all melee. Whoa! Wow! Good for living bomb!
Come, let us end
Let's see if we can't disorient him.
Wipe them out!
That worked.
No quarter shall be given.
Oh, the dog wags his tail happily in pants. Wow, standing on standing on all those dead bodies there staring at me. This is kind of awkward. Pet the hound.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
I've always wanted a dog like this. Maybe it's meant to be. Happy Bark. Alright. And we'll stick with the name I chose last time, since I am basically redoing this playlist. So, we'll stick with the name Poppy, which is a great name for a dog based on Samurai Showdown series. I think that was Galvin. What was his name? Galford. That was Galford's dog's name. We have a new codex entry for him as well. Alright, let's deactivate any abilities that went active. That's nothing on you, Morgan. 63 copper. Nothing else on any of those bodies. And the Herlock Alpha had a health poultice. Now, ironically, our dog here, Poppy, can drink healing potions and whatnot. So we'll put a few of those down here for him. He can also have Mabari Crunches, though I don't think I have any of them. Let's see, do I have any Mabari Crunches? I do not. Can I make any Mabari Crunches? I can. So what do these do? These, as you see, they restore a small amount of health and stamina over time and cure the Hound of a single injury. We're going to make 2 of these. We can also make a double bake with Mabari Crunch. This restores a moderate amount of health and stamina over time and cures up to 3 injuries. We should be good with this. Now we can go ahead and put those on his bar for him. And let's take a look at what he's got. He's got Charge, so it looks like it rushes at an enemy, knocks him down unless it passes a physical resist check. Growl suffers a penalty to defense, so they're afraid. And Dread Howl, which I think is basically Mind Blast, stuns everything around him. He's actually pretty resilient as well. He's got a decent amount of hit points and does good damage. He can't wear armor, obviously. We'll find different upgrades for him as we continue. Oh, nice. More elf fruit. Now, I've never not saved the Hound, no matter how many times I got this far before. So I would imagine if you don't return the flower, you won't get the Hound. I believe, by the way, the game only really forces you to take Alistar with you. Like, everyone else in your group, and maybe even Alistar, can leave your party. I don't know how the game's balanced around that later on, but I've heard it's possible. Alright, still on the way to Lotaeri.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess that fellow is the leader.
They don't look much like them others, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now, is that any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers, and you're free to move on.
You should listen to your friend. We're not refugees.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Henrik. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
You're toll collectors, then.
Indeed, for the upkeep of the Imperial Highway. It's a bit of a mess, isn't it?
You're fixing the highway. I think not.
Not much gets past you, I see.
It's not really a toll. We're just robbing you, see?
Do shut up. Even a Genlock would have understood that.
Forget it. I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
You can certainly try.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
Yeah!
Wow, that was an awesome synchronized scream everyone did. So we'll start by mind blasting everyone. Actually, no. We'll start by using shock. And Morrigan. Oh, Morrigan doesn't have this her spray attack yet. I thought she did. We'll try Frosting the Bandit leader. Alisar will run there. And our dog will howl. Alistar, you can taunt. Morrigan. Let's use Disorient on the Bandit leader. We'll get a stun on the guy's back. Alistar, knock that guy down. I'm going to force field Alistar. Alistar, drink a lesser health potion.
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the dog spawn get us all.
I think you're the only one left. You picked the wrong target.
Yes, of course. We should have been more careful. I'm sorry.
Now you die. That's what you deserve.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Awesome. Well, that was fun. Let's see what they had. A leather helmet, which grants 1 point of armor. It's cured, so it's a rank 2 helmet. That's actually pretty decent. A Dead Templar, Knight's Locklet. This golden locklet bears within it a tiny painting of a pretty brown-haired young woman. It is impossible to tell who the woman might be, but whoever owned the locket was quite fond of her. And a Knight's Note, which I think will give us a quest related. Oh no, okay, so it didn't give us a quest related codex entry. What are our quests here? A fallen Templar. You found the body of a Templar slain by bandits. His corpse had been picked clean of everything save a note and a locket. Perhaps the locket will mean something to someone back in Lotaeri. Wow, alright, we have all this stuff to do with the Blight, which we'll read a little bit later. And the last one, Testament, which needs to go to someone in Redcliffe. So let's take a look at our inventory then. Oh, no, never mind. Alright, there's a codex entry. So that should have been a quest-related one? No! Okay, well, we're going to read it later. Actually, let's read it now. What is this? Oh, this is a note! Okay, so not quite quest-related, but quest-related. So many of my fellow knights have been searching for the urn. Surely one of them must have found Brother Genevinti by now. Still, until I hear that all is well, I must proceed as planned. Brother Genevinti holds the key to finding the urn of sacred ashes. We always knew this, but I believe I now know where Brother Genevinti lies. I've been to his home in Denerim and found the trail, and I am amazed that the other knights have not done likewise. Unless they have? No, it is best not to get caught up in thoughts of conspiracy. Sir Donald awaits my report in Lothering. I must go to him immediately and report what I have learned. Should anyone find these ramblings, all I ask is that he be informed of my fate. I pray that he complete what I cannot. Oh, looks like these highwaymen killed him. Lesser Elixir of Grounding, and a normal health poultice on the leader bandit.
It has begun.
Trap triggers. Even the most powerful trap requires a trigger. This bit of metal and wire could easily be turned into one by someone with sufficient skill. And a lesser health poultice. a rank 1 short bow, that's basically garbage, and 2 more trap triggers. Traps are very useful. I remember not getting them until much later on. I took them with a character we'll pick up here in this town. I plan to do the same kind of thing here, though, so I don't think we'll be picking traps right away with any of my characters.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
What did you want to talk about, Alistar?
His navel, I suspect. He certainly has been contemplating it for long enough.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
We should try to use these treaties, I assume.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
Yes, I have.
There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Why are you leaving it up to me?
Well, I don't know where we should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good man, but I don't know for sure he's where we should go. I'm not going to fight about it.
Okay. So, in other words, this is the game's way of saying that I get to choose where to go for story purposes, okay? Is there a way to contact the Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Oh, wow, so that's not possible. What do you think we should do, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Well, we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
Sure. Where do we find the dwarves?
We would need to speak to their king in Orzammar. That means heading west into the Frostback Mountains, which won't be easy.
And the Dalish elves?
If we head eastward, towards the Brazilian forest, we should hear word of one of the clans that wanders that area. Hopefully they will still be there.
They won't kill us on sight. Well, won't the Circle of Magi do what the Chantry says?
Technically, the Circle of Magi is independent. We don't know that the Chantry won't support us, of course.
You truly believe that?
If we speak to the first enchanter, he should see that his responsibility to the Grey Wardens supersedes anything the Chantry or even Tan Loghain might have to say about it.
I agree with that, yes. And where do we find Aro Aemon?
He'll be at Castle Redcliffe, in the far western part of Ferelden, next to the mountain passes. If he isn't there, someone will be able to tell us where he is.
And Loghain's in Denerim.
If he isn't out in the field with his army, he's probably going to be at the palace in Denerim. We can go to Denerim, but somehow I suspect that they're not going to let us just walk around. Only a suspicion, of course.
Okay, thank you.
Then you have a plan.
I'm ready to get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
Okay. Wow, it's been so long since I've stepped foot into Lothering. There'll be a few boxes and crates and whatnot in this town as well, which might have a few odds and ends we can pick up. We're going to pay a visit to this area. I think there's 1 or 2 boxes down here. So this place looks like it's the closest town, city, homestead area from Ostagar, which means this place is going to fall to the Darkspawn quickly as soon as the Horde regroups itself and then marches northward. This also means that we can probably only complete this area once, so we should try to finish everything we can do here in Lothering. Basically get all the quests done that we can. Some elf root.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
I think he's referring to us and the bandits. But people should be a little less afraid since we've defeated them.
The blight has truly come, and the king is dead.
So let's
We're all
talk
going
about
to
your
die.
mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
You did not read that in a book somewhere, did you? I hope the small letters did not strain you overmuch.
Or we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
A deep mushroom? The game has all sorts of very awesome... Oh wow! Studded leather helm that actually has physical resistance on it. The game has all sorts of banter between the characters that you currently have in your party, apparently when you walk over certain positions.
What will happen to us now that the king is dead?
So, in the past, I wouldn't record myself walking everywhere. I still will tend to skip certain bits of it.
I almost feel sorry for the Kunari locked in that cage. It won't be able to defend itself from the Darkspawn.
Mother elf root.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
As you can see, a great many people are just, well, basically quiet NPCs. They don't actually, they'll say the same things over and over again like most people you would expect would do, but some people, I think like this guy, actually will have a little bit of, maybe not a quest, but he should tell us a little bit about Lothering, to my knowledge.
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle?
Just traveling through.
Good. No room here for any more outsiders.
Can I have some questions?
Can't promise I'm going to answer them.
Fair enough. Who's in charge of this village?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
Ah, there's a chantry here. You don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns.
Gotcha. And what's going on here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Gotcha, so everyone's refugees and fleeing. Oh, were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
I'll take that as a thank you.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian'll be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
Awesome, thank you.
Don't let me stop you.
Let's take a look and see if there's anything in this place really quick. I don't think there is. Oh, there is. There's some elf fruit all the way down there. I'm gonna go get it. So, some things I remember as I'm walking around here. Every location...
Mother says we have to run before the bad men get here.
Every location you can visit, for example, this place, oh, sorry, from Lothering onward, has a thing you can click on with your dog. And I believe that if you find all of them in all the locations, your dog will get some sort of special passive bonus which increases his stats and damage and armor and whatnot, for marking basically all sorts of different important territory things. In this place, I think it's a tree out in the middle of a field that we'll be heading out to later on. Wow, yeah, this wall's not going to keep out the Darkspawn for longer than probably a minute, tops.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you, there's none to be found. Move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
Do you know about the bandits just outside the village?
Thieves prey on the unfortunate whenever they get the chance. We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'd be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Thanks for the warning.
Best of luck wherever you might go.
I brought my family to Lothering because I thought it would be safe.
This would be the last place I would bring my family, right next to the Darkspawn Horde. I would not bring them here.
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn Horde.
That is the reason why I would not bring my family here.
A few knights have come through here, searching for some holy artifact. Not one of them stopped to help.
Sounds like relation to the one locket we found. Rob man, Rob... Oh, wow!
I'm cold. I don't like this.
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves. Can you help us?
I met those bandits. They're dead now.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
Good for them. I hope they do get everything back from the bandits. Hopefully their stuff wasn't just trap triggers. I can find nothing less of it. 6 flasks. Golden Scythe. 490 black. This battlefield spirit maintains a chill, even in direct sunlight, which it appears to absorb. Optimal serving is by the drop. Contact with exposed flesh is discouraged, but likely inevitable. This is a gift. I think that's given to someone we'll be getting much later on, though. Aw, hello, little boy.
Have you seen my mother?
That depends. Who was your mother?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Do you know where your father is?
He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back.
If you come with me, I'll help you look for your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Here, take the silver. Buy something to eat.
A whole silver! Wow, thank you. You're a really nice man, kind of like Father. I should go look for Mother now.
Doubt she's coming back. A quartz. Awesome. Wow, we're also filled up. We're also getting filled up on inventory. We have 60 of 90 slots. I really like the layout of this town. It feels about right for a very small village. 2 silver, 49 copper, and a lifestone. No one gets upset, by the way, when you loot anything in any crates or whatnot. Anything that's sparkly is designed for you to loot it.
Please, we came here to get away from the fighting.
Locked chest, a barrel, and a merchant. This guy looks interesting. We need a merchant to sell stuff.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Why would I want to help you?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Can you beat that offer, sister?
You want me to bid against him? We don't have that kind of coin.
Then it's time for you to go, isn't it?
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
Absolutely. Off you go.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
A fine sentiment, if I've ever heard one.
Oh my god!
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serves that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
And a discount.
Right. Fair enough. But only you.
Let's see what you have then.
This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
So I'm totally... it's in a crisis situation, I myself would be giving away the things, perhaps, or selling them at what I bought them for to help people out. But here, we need money. We desperately need cash, and we just earned a gold. In addition, Morgan's probably correct. These people would just do the same thing he's doing. He bought this stuff. I don't see why he should take a huge hit to his bottom line, and he can just move out and leave. So can most of these people. So, yep, yep. I'm not a bad person. That's really what I try to get at. So let's go ahead and see what we have to sell this guy. So we're almost filled up on stuff, and a lot of this actually things I want to keep as well. This is really bad. Let's see, what extra armor do we have? A 1 armor. Okay, so we're definitely going to sell this this leather helm, not the studded one. Studded leather gloves, normal leather gloves. We'll sell the normal gloves. Chainmail gloves, studded leather boots, chainmail boots, studded leather armor, chainmail, the blood dragon which I'm holding on to, the Templar shield which we're not going to need, so we're just going to sell it. I'm going to sell the large flawed nature crystal. We could use that 25 silver. And weapons, enchanted dagger we're going to hold on to, holding on to this. We'll sell both maces and that low-level bow. We shouldn't need the Darkspawn staff, so we're going to sell this as well. I really should sell all the arrows. Or the bolts. No, we'll hold on to them until I figure out if I'm going with if a bow and arrow or a bolt on any of my characters. Over here, there's nothing I really want to sell here, because I really like the consumables. Realistically, though, I probably should sell the bombs. I don't think I'm ever going to remember to use them. Yeah, let's sell the lightning ones. I can't think of any one that's going to do lightning damage to us anytime soon. I could use the space and I could use the cash. Both the quartz can be sold. The silver chalice is not a gift. The emerald's worth 50 silver. That's incredible. We'll definitely sell that. And that frees us up with quite a bit of space. Awesome. Over here, anything I want to sell? I don't think so. We're going to hold on to all this stuff. Now, what is he selling? Firebomb and Freeze Bomb. We will probably want both of those. That would be all our cash at the moment, though, so we're going to hold off on buying them. He's not selling any distillation agents, so we can't do anything there. I'm probably going to end up buying the Toxin Extract and Death Roots as well, so I can make more poisons. Not selling any belts. He's not selling anything here I'm interested in. That's a decent axe, but my sword on Alistar is not quite as good, but it's not that bad. It's worth spending a gold on that. A decent dagger, a Dwarven longsword, which is better than what Alistar is using, aside from armor penetration, but I like the mace, so we're going to keep our mace anyway. The Enchanter's staff is here, and that's nice, but I'm not gonna save the money to purchase that. So that's it. Okay, so he's not selling anything I'm interested in. The only thing that might be interesting is this helmet, I guess, but I don't really see a problem with the helmet you're currently wearing, Alistar. This is... Alright, this one has less fatigue and more armor, actually, so this would be better than the Thane helm, but I'm not going to spend all my money for that. Alright, so he's not selling anything I'm interested in. At least not here for equipment. He's just selling upgradable stuff that I am interested in. We're going to hold on to our cash, though, in case we need a little bit of it in this place. We'll come back to him later. Morgan gained +2 faction with us, and Alistar disproves, and we lost 3 with them. So they did not like the decision I made with this guy.
As if we needed more fighting here. Don't you see how scared everyone is?
I just defeated the bandits. They're robbing everybody, and you're yelling at me. Chanter Devons.
And Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
Greetings? The Chanter nods and smiles. Smile back.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's Chanter Devons.
What's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
Oh, I like that. He speaks in basically verse from his holy book, I assume. It's the only way he can talk. It's like a vow of silence, then. He can't talk normally.
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant. Then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
Ah, okay. I can say Chanter says what? No, we're not doing that. Have anything of interest on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Okay, let's take a look at the board then.
I shall do it.
So you can pick up quests in any Chanter's location that has a Chanter's board in any location. They're not that frequent, but we'll be able to do, I think, 3 or 4 of them here. Right now, this is the only one that's currently available to us. Bandits everywhere. As transcribed on behalf of Sir Bryant, Templar and Defender of the Faith. Know that all those who prey upon refugees do so under pain of death. The Maker spurns bandits and their kind. Templars offer a sizable reward for the apprehension or execution of the bandit leaders plying their trade in the northern wooden roads. Beware! The bandits are numerous and considerable skill. Only a well-armed and well-trained party should brave the deep wood. We pray for the success of any who undertake this mission. Residents of good standing and passing travelers have indicated there are 3 bandit groups in the northern wood. This humble chanter would echo Sir Bryant's caution, lest you wind up another victim to these evil men. The reward for such service is 3 sovereigns. May the Maker look after his children in our hour of need. We'll take it. So we put our seal on it, indicating that we're interested in this quest, so we'll be the ones to attempt it. And we get 3 gold for completing it.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
Watch where you throw accusations, fool.
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
Don't be a fool. Darkspawn can be defeated.
No! I have seen them! You cannot run! You cannot fight!
Standing around and shouting won't save you.
There is nothing to do! No hope is left!